more than a tattoo, she reports above the drone. What is it then? It's the implant itself. Fortunato leans back, registering this. Zlata cuts the machine, steps off as it folds up, loses her cloud of blonde. I thought you were implanted in Club Dead. Reaching down, slithering into a long floral print dress, something vintage, sitting opposite, pulling on rings. Club Dumb was mostly prep and development. Tattoo is the actual hardware. Sikichi's, how does he call it? His irezumi. Explain. Well, he's obsessed with this early 20th century author, Junichiro Tanizaki. The tattoo is a tribute to him. Sikichi's master flourish, I guess you would say. How does it work? She sighs, digs a charred joint, lighting it. In a match flare, layered in all that paint, ironically looking more human. Fortunato fairly certain her forthcoming story will terminate the impression. How's your neurochemistry? She quizzes. Western science deifies the material. You know my stance. Does these boundaries between the empirical and what is going to become empirical? Yes, but I'm trying to explain something. Alright, continue. Okay, so the nervous system, right? It's sheeted in a fatty layer of myelin, coats the neural stem, or axon. Axons transmit the actual nervous impulses and constitute the nervous system basically. Myelin not only provides nutrients, but acts as a protective buffer and has some conductive properties as well. This fatty sheet continues around the brain and spine, but it's different there. The arachnoidal matter it's called, because it resembles spiders on the brain, Fortunato jokes at Sekichi's expense. You have no idea, she smokes fatalistically. Go on. Begins to apply mascara, using a loaded compact, coating to the hairline. As you know, mapping and printing the entire muscular, tendon, and bone structure, it's difficult, individualistic, time-consuming, but not impossible. He shrugs in agreement. The nervous system is a different beast, formation of synapses in the brain. For example, they're constantly shifting, forming, and reforming in multiple dimensions. You see, you could map and recreate a freeze frame, maybe, even that would be insanely difficult, and then only representative of a single moment in that particular neural history. An artificial neural system would still have to be a living thing, completely responsive. The tree of life. Pain and suffering, an old joke of hers. Sikichi, the alchemist? The glowing girl grows serious, troubled. Well, this is what worries me, Zlata confesses, looking to the windows again. You know what he's like, she continues. In some ways, Sikichi has no imagination. Now he's exploded into all this Genesis shit. The Accidental Alchemist? Great film title. Sikichi's supreme talent is shortcuts. Most scientists want to quantify everything in endless proofs before even trying to act. Professionally, morally, they're often bound to. Sikichi just doesn't give a fuck. Borderline sociopath. All he wants is the shortest route from alpha to omega. Why be an alpha male when you can be an omega male? This is why it's so important he worships me. To him, this is all the invocation of a goddess. I've become the focus of his fucking religion. Fortunato elects to remain silent on this point. I mean, it's not just him, you realize. It's like a whole fucking cult. My very own cult. These spider-worshipping weirdos, they just pop out of the woodwork. And the implant? She meets his irritable glare, shrugs, continues with her makeup. Well, first thing was the surgical procedure. Fortunato sits up. What has that freak done to you? Hey, I'm the freak, she moves. I mean, look at me, dude, lasagna del grey. Sinking back, reflectively cupping at his chin in thought, forgets the visor. Tell me everything, Fortunato grumbles. Zlata moves to blush and lipstick. Spiders don't only have 8 legs, you know. They also have 8 eyes, he counters. Ancient spiders had 8 separate web-spinning organs too. Spinators, they call them. Up to 10 different web-producing glands, though the number of spinators have reduced in modern species. Why so many? Different types of web, think about it. You'll need strong cables for drag lines, strongest known material to science, relatively speaking, But you will also need soft, gluey silk to bag prey and shit, stuff for your egg sacs. Man, it goes on. In some belief systems, the spider is the ultimate symbol of predatory creativity. It kills to create, creates to kill. Well, spiders are also seen as benign, linked to the moon sometimes. I've heard of tribes that actually think the moon is a spider. You believe that? I suppose Anansi can be a kindly trickster. There's some old Japanese folklore. Sikichi told me about it. While he was tying you up in his web, I suppose. She rolled skull-heavy eyes. Don't be like, so anti-poly. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Come on. Anyway, the people in this village he told me about, they used to believe that while you were sleeping, your spirit escapes, goes into household spiders. You would spend the whole night as one. Imagine that. Making dream catchers, he snips. I suppose. Look, what did he put into your womb? What alchemical homunculus lives there now? It's nothing like that. It isn't? He implanted a twin set of web-spinning organs, real specialized, modified genetically, imprinted with my DNA, so my body can't reject them. Developing that part alone took forever. Fortunato sits mortified. He literally ensnared you in his web. My web. It's my DNA. I produce it. It's mine. Why would you do such a thing? Fortunato explodes. The womb is a seat of power. Once you start Frankensteining with that. So the ink in a tattoo, the white stuff, what about it? It's not ink. What is it? Actually, it's not one thing at all. It's millions of things. Nanobots. Fortunato raises his eyebrows. He actually tattooed you full of robots? Cutting-edge nanotech, developed in Club Dead, in one of my workshops actually. The situation becomes clearer to Fortunato. A heavy feeling descends, sits in his gut. No way to get them out, I suppose, he inquires quietly. No way you're going to green juice those fuckers out, no. Steeples his gauntlets, processing. She watches warily, expecting anger. Continue, he prompts. Nanobot clusters break down in calculated timescales. How many left in the tattoo? Around 5% of the original payload. Why the timescale? It's set to the ratio of my web production. Fortunato rises abruptly, crosses to the window, seething. It's clear she's been expecting his revulsion. Continues clinically. Nanobots enter my spinators via the bloodstream, trigger my spin cycle. Your what? My web spinning, just a little washing machine humor, okay? Chill. Anyway, like some weird fucking cow, I excrete this extremely fine, strong, microscopic web strand, cord with a modular nanobot chain. Bots guide web development, infiltrating my myelin sheath. The web coating, it shields me from foreign matter of the bots. At the same time, provides a communicable membrane, harvesting light data directly from my nervous system. He's created a foreign doppelganger nervous system, wrapped around yours, forever. Exactly, that's the nature of the implant. It's symbiont. The data harvest would eventually allow for independent nervous system construction, but only in fast miles of your body, I'm guessing. Wouldn't everything need to match? Yeah, the systems have to be in tune. You can hybridize, but dissonance is a bitch. Anyway, soon as artificial systems are implanted, they start to behave responsibly, evolving with the facts. My implant is the whole future of Fortunato. It's a tokolosh, he spits, a fucking abomination. Young Star shrugs, ignoring his glare. Everybody needs a hobby. She high hands, realigning her joints.